The video gonna be about Patti Labelle turning down Rush Rush, which was a huge hit for Paula Abdul. Um, the funny story about Rush Rush. Wow, where do I start? So this band called The Family Stand, who had a song called Get to Heaven, who had a big hit, allegedly was the ones who wrote the song, even though my ears tell me that it was ghost written by Prince. I just have always thought that the synth patch and the tone and the rush, rush, hurry, love will come to me sounded like Prince to me, especially from a slow jam. I want to feel you. The way she sung it with that kind of urgency and that toyness put me in the frame of mind of Prince. To me, that sounded like a song long time ago. True story. I had somebody call uh, an ex of mine, talk to her on the phone, said they were from Minneapolis, and Mint said that on the phone, talk about the eeriness of it. And I said, that's not a surprise. I said, but you can put that phone down. I said, I already knew that. I had already worked out in my head the melody and the tone because the cadence of it sounded just like, even though it was a more adult contemporary, it sounded more geared towards at the time the VH1 crowd and adult radio, but it just reminisced. But regardless of that, Patti LaBelle turned it down, and it was a huge hit for Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul, I want to say, what was it? What was the West Side Story or the car scene? Oh no, the one I'm trying to think of the James Dean movie. But anyway, they was using the race car scene. Anyway, I think Johnny Depp was in the video. It's a long time ago. This was way back when. You know I'm going back in a time warp when I'm using Paula Abdul in a hit song because that's been a lifetime ago. And they replaced her with the Jennifer Lopez. So they usually like no singing but catchy song acts. So it's nothing new. But anyway, Patti LaBelle, could she have sung Rush Rush? Yeah, I think she could have pulled it off. But I think it probably kind of came across kind of generic for her. She probably thought of it as small fry. And I get it because it didn't really, it just seemed like one of those ordinary songs that you just kind of sing and go through the motions with. So I could understand her not really gravitating towards it, not really feeling like that's going to be a song that's going to make me a hit maker. Now, there are other songs she's turned down, and I will cover some more of those in future episodes. But in this one, Rush Rush, which was, um, you know, interesting to say the least. It's the tone, it's the feel of it. And it was probably, I know Promise of a New Day, probably was the last big, big hit for Paul Abdul. It was a funny story because I remember I was in Washington State. I think it was at Tacoma, going to the Dome to go see LL Cool J. It was a concert. And somebody walked by me with a T-shirt that had Rush Rush on it. And I thought, you remember back in the day when it was a hit song and someone might put something like that on there. And that was, yeah. So that takes you back to 91. So that's just how the memory works. But anyway, would it have been a hit for Patti LaBelle? Well, she's singing a song behind Paula Abdul. You hope that it's better. You hope the quality's better. You hope that it hits. You just hope that common sense hits, but you just. But anyway, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. I like to say it would be. But again, audiences are funny, tastes are interesting. We never know how these things are going to go. So we just can only hope that, you know, that's all I can say about that. But yeah, it was a big hit for Paul Abdul. Patti LaBelle turned down Rush Rush. So it's an interesting story about it. And tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.